Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho, or he had an IQ, depending on who you are. This video, as you guys can probably tell by the title, is mainly intended for the audience that I've built up over at fanfiction.net. For those of you guys who are watching this and are part of my YouTube channel and don't know of what's this about, basically, I like to write fanfictions of various different, animes and other stuff. I like to write, basically. And I think starting, it should be 2 years by now, yeah. Starting 2 years ago on April 1st, I actually know the exact date, I started posting, stories onto fanfiction.net, which is like, as the name probably obviously implies, is a website that you can actually go on, make an account, and either read other people's fanfictions of whatever the hell you want, or you can write your own and publish it to the audience there over at fanfiction. That's just basically for anyone who doesn't know, didn't know that I did that, and well, I guess now you do. So this video is really meant for everyone who follows me on or reads my stories on that website, and I'm not really too sure how this video will reach my audience over there at fanfiction. Maybe it'll spread around somehow, I don't know. But this is just like a video that I guess it's going to elaborate my thoughts and what I plan to do with my fanfictions for this summer. So, for those of you guys who are familiar with me, even if you aren't, I'll explain a little bit as we go. I think starting last year, October? Yeah, October was when my very first story, my main story, my flagship story, I guess, was a story by the name of Jamai Que by Tisha Cantus. It's Latin for a really long title that I don't want to bother translating right now. It's Latin because I took Latin before, and I think Latin's cool. Except it's a bitch, translating it and actually speaking it. Hell, I'm not even speaking it anymore. That language. But anyways, that last October it got deleted, and that deletion of my main story that was going on near like 1 million words, if that tells you how long that was, basically set off, for me anyway, a whole new wave of other kind of fan fictions or stories that I started working on. You could say, in a sense, that the end of my first story, so to speak, was the beginning of many others to follow. And I won't be going into details about why it got banned or why it got deleted. I already made a video about that earlier, and if you really wanted to know about it, then just go search it up. I think it's titled like at fanfiction. They finally gave me the ban hammer. I think that's sort of what the title is. In any case, now my fanfiction account has around 6 stories. I want to say one of them is already completed. I finished that earlier this year, and the other. No. 2 of them are finished. One of them was a final kind of project that I had done for my screenwriting class during last fall semester. So that's pretty cool. And I converted the entire story into a format that was actually acceptable for fanfiction, because before it was in like a movie script format, as screenwriting a screenwriting course might require you to. And that I finished. Well, it was already finished to begin with. All I needed was formatting, and I finished the other one called Feedback Soulguard Saint. So those 2 are finished, and that's pretty cool. And I currently have around 4 stories that, yeah, exactly 4 stories that I am currently working on right now. And I just wanted to let you guys know that up until now, my fanfiction uploading routine has been a lot slower, starting like last summer. Last summer, I vividly remember, or the beginning of finals of last year, during my first year in college, marked the point where my uploads to fanfiction dramatically dropped. Like, I remember before my main story was banned, that I would get out like a chapter every couple of days. That's how fast I was getting them out, and they were like anywhere from 6,000 to maybe even 12,000 words long. And I kind of want to get back into that kind of like that writing pattern, that writing mood. And these days it's working out pretty well. I just uploaded like 3 separate chapters for 3 different of my three of my different stories throughout the past like couple days. I think like 2 of them last night, I think. Yeah, and then 1 earlier today. So I think it's going on pretty good because summertime, summertime I have a lot more time, and I don't really have much of college to worry about. At least not these days. I have some summer classes, but that's negligible. I usually do all the work by the time noon hits around anyway, so that's not a problem. And I mean, it's just that I want to get back into the habit of consistently getting out these chapters. I noticed for one of my stories, the same one that got banned, that I brought back in a different format so it wouldn't get banned the second time around. I noticed that story, even though that used to be my main story, is now actually my shortest story, technically speaking, because I didn't bother uploading all the other chapters because it's gonna take way too fucking long. So I was just like, well, I just might as well just start it from where I left off, or where the original story left off before it got banned. So that's why it only has like around 50k words or something, whereas most of my other stories have like more like, I think two of them have over 100,000, which is pretty good. And my most recent one, which is titled Ambience, a Fleet Symphonies, it's a fanfiction of Kantai Collection, if you guys are familiar with that. I just started that like a week ago, and I'm making pretty good progress on that. Actually, that's the one story that I'm actually looking forward to the most whenever I sit down to write a chapter for one of my stories. So I don't know, it's been pretty fun for me. I have been having a lot of fun, which was not really the case a lot of the time whenever I was writing chapters, or just writing in general for the past like 5-6 months or so. So it's really good for me because it lets me get back into the habit of writing a lot more, and it's good for whoever enjoys my stories because they get to see a lot more content from me on a more regular basis, hopefully. And the way I've been doing that is whenever I sit down to write, it's not that I get writer's block necessarily, it's that my mind likes to wander a lot. Even though I enjoy writing, it's kind of like where you're writing an essay for school, like a school paper, and your mind kind of wander, or if you're the kind of guy whose mind isn't necessarily so interested in the paper itself, unless you're like really into it for whatever reason, and your mind starts kind of wandering, you go onto Facebook, you go on to other websites, and suddenly you realize you've already wasted like 2 hours of your time. It's kind of like that for me. So what I do nowadays is I usually sit down and write in increments of 2,000 words. I don't really know how long that is. I think that's around 2 or 3 pages if you were to put that on Microsoft Word, Times New Roman 12-point font. I'd have to check again to make sure, but it's around that length to put it in perspective. And I've been writing in increments of 2,000 words or around that. So if you guys see that a lot of my new chapters are in increments of 2,000 words, like maybe 8,000, 6,000, maybe 10,000 if I really dedicate the time, then that's kind of why. It's not a coincidence. It's intentional as like a writing tool for me to kind of manage my time and make sure that I make visible progress day by day. So it's kind of like the discipline that I've been giving myself whenever it comes down to writing new chapters for my stories over there in fanfiction. So I just wanted to make this video, or this vlog rather, to be a kind of like an update video to let you guys know that I'm going to start concentrating a lot more on writing those. If you guys are from my YouTube channel and aren't really familiar with my fan fictions and you want to check them out, then I will provide links to all the separate stories down there in the description below. It seems like some people like them, a lot of other people don't seem to like them, which is not surprising because I know for a fact that my writing style does not fit to, or doesn't cater to a lot of people out there. But oh well, you choose what you want to read. If you don't like what I have to offer, then it's the same attitude that I have with my YouTube channel. If you don't like the content that my YouTube channel provides, then just get the fuck out and stop wasting your time. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. So anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Again, if you guys are interested, head over there to my fanfiction account and check out my stories. If you guys are the kind of guys or kind of people who like sitting down to read a good story or whatever, that feel free. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you guys later.